Hi everybody, my name is Dawn Marie Anania Bulin. This video is titled Parents Plus Loans Beware, $157,000. I'm here to share my life experience of what I have to go through till I'm between the ages of 62 and 77 years old. This is a warning to other parents. Considering a Parent Plus loan to finance your children's education, you really need to listen to this. In 2015, my daughter Taylor Bulin graduated high school. It was a very proud milestone, and she was accepted into 3 colleges. I was on the top of the world. My daughter was furthering her career in the medical field. First it was Quinnipiac, and then Fairfield University, and Albany Med in pharmaceuticals. Of these schools, Taylor chose Fairfield University first in an early enrollment. $600 non-refundable dollars later, she changed her mind to Quinnipiac University. Now, this needs to be said. Albany Med and pharmaceuticals offered her a full scholarship, of which we discussed extensively, being the price of college nowadays. Taylor put together a very convincing sales pitch. Quinnipiac University was rated 7th in the country to study medicine, and where you can go into the medical field is all about what school you graduate from and get paid the most when you get out of school. Anyway, Taylor's father and I were so proud. How could you not be? She was going to study medicine. Taylor Bulin was going to be the first in our family to go to a real college. So we agreed. Probably the worst moment of our life, and we didn't even know it. As can be typical, Taylor's first year, she bombed. We tried discussing this with her, reminding her of the cost of her education, but all we got was, it's the college experience. Her father and I discussed it alone and concluded this will pass. Our daughter is bright, and Taylor will get serious. Disappointingly, that didn't happen until junior year of college at this point. Her program requirements of 1,000 patient contact hours were nowhere near completed, of which Taylor started to panic. Senior year of college, Taylor made the dean's list. Yet, making us proud, Taylor had achieved what we had hoped. She graduated 2019 and was going to continue her education to get her master's or possibly go into a PA or an ER resident program. I had hoped anyway. However, she realized she couldn't live with her partner to pursue her career and her future plans. Taylor proceeded to get a job at Sturdy Memorial Hospital for $17 an hour as an ER technician, and moved out on her own. Now this is where it gets good, or in my case, life-shattering. Regarding Parent Plus loans, Taylor became due for her loans in January of 2020. When she did not re-enroll at Quinnipiac or Johnson & Wales, which was her previous plan, she was barely speaking to me. Her father had passed away the night before she graduated college. We were butting heads with her decision on taking a year off or going back to school at all. After reaching out to her on numerous occasions by email, Taylor finally emailed me back. I was so hopeful to open that email. What did she email me? The terms and conditions of the loan. Parent Plus loans. The terms and conditions was a shield for her from reality. By this time, she explained I was going to help her with her father anyway. Finding out I am the sole name on the loan once I called the Parent Plus Finance Institution. I contacted the U.S. Department of Education and verified it. Taylor Bulin was not responsible for $157,000. Now at this time, I was on workers' comp for my shoulder. Her father and I had divorced. We lost everything, the house, everything. Everyone in the family reached out to her. Why? How can you do this to your mother? She continued to quote the terms and conditions. Again, a reality shield. The family could not believe she would take zero responsibility for her education and the debt of $157,000 left to me. Now, back to the Parent Plus loans. The day you electronically sign on the electronic dotted line for your child, just know that you have potentially signed for the next 10 years of education. That being said, my options are this, and they're not many. If I become disabled, they will forgive the loans, but I will never be able to own anything the rest of my life. Or I can apply with the Department of Education, working for a federal, state, or in the medical field, and potentially have to give the Department of Education 15% of my gross income for 10 years and hope that I can get into court to get the rest of the loan forgiven. And the other option, which is the saddest one of all, is if you work in the private sector, I will have to pay 25% of my gross income per month for 25 years and hope that in 25 years, when I go in front of the Department of Education, they will forgive the rest of the loan. This, I will be about 77 years old, still battling with my daughter's education. After speaking with several college graduates, they have all been helped by their parents financially. Their attitude is they choose the school, they choose the debt. The long and the short of this situation is, don't be so eager to sign on the dotted line without even a hand-signed contract with your child. In 2015, did I think my daughter would do this to me? Not my child. I now have a room living with family. I have absolutely nothing. But my future is not looking bright. By the looks of her wages, neither are hers. Personally, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. But awareness is necessary, especially when life happens. In the last 3 years, I've lost everything, including my daughter. Taylor Bullen and I get to start all over with $157,000 in debt that she doesn't have to pay. In any case, where I failed as a parent, she has failed as an adult. We have since been estranged until she takes ownership and accountability. I will not make any further effort. It has been a very, very painful 6 months. I hope my story helps other parents make financial decisions for your children's education moving forward. Thank you.